are concerned of any country getting a nuclear weapon, that's a bad move, and you don't need.
Gold palaces that glow in the desert heat. Yachts are so extravagant, they carry Dynasty originals as decor. The Saudi royal family doesn't just live in luxury, they define it. With a staggering $1.4 trillion empire fueled by endless oil reserves, high-stakes global investments, and futuristic projects like the Neom City rising from the sands, their reach goes from the dunes of Arabia to the boardrooms of Wall Street. But beyond the marble halls and private jets is a gripping tale of power, legacy, and a kingdom reinventing itself.
News from America. During his stay in Washington, King Saud visited the Walter Reed Hospital. After an eye examination, the Middle East ruler heard some good news about his 3-year-old son, Prince Mashur.
Before oil turned their empire into gold, the Saudi royal family began as desert leaders. With a vision, in the mid-1700s, Mohammed bin Saud formed a powerful alliance with Islamic reformer Muhammad ibn Abd al-Wahhab. This partnership unified tribes and laid the foundation for modern Saudi Arabia. In 1938, oil was discovered in Dammam, and King Abdulaziz ibn Saud seized the opportunity. With American help, he established what would become Saudi Aramco, now valued near $1 trillion. Aramco became the kingdom's primary wealth engine, transforming the royals into global power players. Today, King Salman holds an estimated $18 billion fortune, but Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, MBS, is leading the charge. Through his Vision 2030, he's modernizing the economy and the monarchy. Central to this is the $500 billion public investment fund PIF, which owns stakes in companies like Uber, Lucid Motors, and even the Premier League's Newcastle United. The ambition? Unstoppable. But they don't stop at rideshares and soccer. The royal family made waves in sports when they launched LIV Golf, a jaw-dropping $2 billion move aimed squarely at the PGA. But this isn't just about swinging clubs. It's about flexing soft power, rebranding on a global stage, and rewriting the rules of elite sports, one oversized check at a time. Beyond the PIF, the royal reach goes even deeper. Through private entities like the Al Saud Group, they tap into everything from construction giants to finance empires. Their taste in real estate? Exactly what you'd expect from trillionaire royalty. Just look at the Chateau Louis XIV near Paris. $300 million of pure opulence with a gold leaf, fountain, an indoor cinema, and yes, a wine cellar. In a kingdom where alcohol is banned. From Wall Street boardrooms to Silicon Valley startups, from French castles to London's most exclusive penthouses, the Saudi royal family's wealth isn't just about oil. It's a masterclass in strategy, diversification, and quiet domination. They don't just have money, they orchestrate it like a global empire. And with every billion-dollar play, their influence tightens its grip. And up next, we're stepping inside a royal lifestyle that makes Hollywood look like amateur hour. Think palaces, private jets, and yachts so over the top they make billionaires look like budget travelers. If walls could talk, Saudi palaces would whisper secrets of real gold. Murabba Palace, built in the 1930s by King Abdulaziz, started as a modest desert stronghold and now stands as a museum showing the family's rise. But Al Yamama Palace, with 400 rooms, golden doors, marble halls, and giant chandeliers, redefines royal luxury. The opulence stretches beyond Saudi Arabia, like the $300 million Chateau Louis XIV in France, owned by MBS, featuring gold leaf fountains and a moat. There's also a lavish mansion in Virginia. These estates aren't homes, they're bold statements. And the royal family's luxury travel? Even more extravagant. Think a Rolls-Royce is luxurious? The Saudi royals consider that entry level. Let's start with water. MBS's $500 million super yacht, Serene, is 439 feet of floating. Extravagance. We're talking about a helipad, an indoor pool, and, wait for it, a $450,000 million Da Vinci painting on board like it's just decor. Meanwhile, King Salman's yacht, Al Salama, isn't a boat. It's a floating city, complete with a crew of 96 in suites that outshine most 5-star resorts. Up in the skies, they rule the clouds too. The royals soar in custom jets like it's their version of Uber. One standout, a $500 million Boeing 747 with gold-plated everything, a private boardroom, multiple bedrooms, and even a built-in prayer room. And then there's Prince Al-Walid bin Talal, who went full throne mode by converting an Airbus A380 into a flying palace, complete with a garage, an elevator, and a concert hall. Yes, a full-blown concert hall, 30,000 feet in. The air. Back on land, it's a horsepower playground. Gold-plated Lamborghinis? Just a casual Tuesday. The family's garages house beasts, like the $8.2 million Bugatti La Voiture Noire, one of the priciest cars on earth, and that's just the start. Imagine entire fleets of custom Ferraris, Bentleys, and Rolls-Royces in every color imaginable, some wrapped in solid gold. For the Saudi royals, transportation isn't about getting from A to B. It's a royal flex in motion, a high-speed, high-altitude, high-seas display of unfiltered wealth.
When we are concerned of any country getting a nuclear weapon, that's a bad move, and you don't need to get a nuclear weapon.
Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, known globally as MBS, isn't your average royal. At just 39, he's one of the youngest powerhouses on the planet, and he's not just stepping into tradition. He's kicking the doors wide open and rewriting the rules of the kingdom, whether the world's ready or not. First came the shockwaves of reform. MBS lifted the infamous ban on women driving, reopened movie theaters after decades, and started dialing back strict social codes in a country long shaped by ultra-conservatism. To many young Saudis, he's the face of a new future. To others, he's a master strategist, modernizing with one hand and consolidating power with the other. Then came the 2017 anti-corruption blitz. But this wasn't your average crackdown. It happened inside the Ritz-Carlton in Riyadh, where dozens of princes and tycoons were detained in luxury. Nearly $100 billion was reclaimed through settlements. Detractors called it a royal shakedown. Supporters called it a long overdue house cleaning. But the headlines took a darker turn in 2018 with the murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi. The world recoiled. Global leaders demanded answers. Yet within Saudi Arabia, MBS's power only solidified, proof that controversy wouldn't shake his vision. At the center of his ambition is Vision 2030, a radical blueprint to move Saudi Arabia beyond oil and into a future of innovation, tourism, and tech. The showstopper? Neom, a $500 billion smart city in the desert, boasting AI-powered living, flying taxis, and even a man-made moon. MBS isn't just leading a kingdom, he's launching it into an entirely different era. A prince walking the tightrope between ancient tradition and Silicon Valley dreams. And make no mistake, the world isn't just watching, it's holding its breath. Now let's talk about the lifestyle, because when you've got over $1 trillion backing you, over the top isn't a luxury, it's the starting point. Back in 2015, MBS made jaws drop with a private island party in the Maldives. The bill? A casual $50 million. The guest list? About 150 models were flown in from Brazil and Russia. And the entertainment? Not just Pitbull, not just Psy, but both, because when you're royalty, one international superstar simply won't cut it. Royal weddings? They redefine extravagance. Imagine brides in $3 million gowns, woven with gold thread, receptions where drones light up the sky, and restrooms fitted with, yes, golden bidets. When you live like a Saudi royal. And let's not forget the gift game. The royal family doesn't just give, they stun. During a visit, President Obama received over $1.3 million worth of jewelry, including a diamond, studded watch, and custom gold pieces. Even his daughters walked away with $80,000. Luxury timepieces. Because in the kingdom, generosity isn't measured in thoughtfulness, it's measured in carats and commas. This is more than just wealth. It's a lifestyle where opulence is expected and excess is tradition. But behind the glam, the Saudi royals are buying more than just parties and presents. They're buying global influence, one diamond at a time. One of the crown jewels of their generosity is Al-Walid Philanthropies, which has pledged a staggering $16 billion to causes worldwide, covering everything from education and disaster relief to women's empowerment. But the royals don't stop at big checks. They wield soft power with subtle, strategic moves, like art. When MBS snapped up Leonardo da Vinci's Salvator Mundi for a jaw-dropping $450 million, it wasn't just about showing off. It was a masterstroke of cultural diplomacy. Their reach now extends into world-class museums, cutting-edge tech hubs, and international media, reshaping how Saudi Arabia is seen on the global stage. No longer just oil kings, they're evolving into cultural titans, commanding attention far beyond the desert sands.
What a wonderful world.
What does the future hold for Saudi Arabia's royal family? One word, Neom. This isn't just a city, it's a $500 billion vision of tomorrow, anchored by the line, a zero-carbon, car-free smart city stretching over 100 miles, powered by AI and fueled by dreams of a post-oil era. For MBS, Neom is more than a project, it's Saudi Arabia's moon landing moment. But the kingdom isn't the only player in this game. The UAE is surging ahead with dazzling ventures like SeaWorld Abu Dhabi and Dubai's Vertical City, igniting a new kind of Middle Eastern rivalry, not over oil or power, but over architecture, innovation, and global influence. Yet storm clouds linger. Oil prices swing unpredictably, international pressure over, human rights grows louder, and with immense wealth comes relentless scrutiny. Can the royal family strike a balance between bold reform and ironclad tradition? Can they hold their ground in a world racing to evolve? The real question isn't just what they build, but who they become. In the heart of the desert, they've forged kingdoms of gold. But will their trillion-dollar reign stand the test of time? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Smash that like button if this blows your mind, share to spread the story, and don't forget to subscribe for more wild tales of power and wealth.